Pure ndomba ko menda.
Menda?
Thank you. Good evening, everyone. Yeah, so like I said, I was going to go live on Facebook and address the Kaangu song, or the truth about the Kaangu song that is in the BW3, and it features Raymond and Tiger. This will be one of the most difficult live I'm going to make or I've ever made, because it's really painful for me to talk about somebody I've really like somebody I've really loved from the time I started music. Like Nikonka, somebody who's been inspiring me for a very long time. This is a very difficult thing to do. Like, I have to say certain things. I have to come on this live and say certain things. This will be one of the most difficult things. But at the end of the day, I need to iron out certain things that are going on. So first of all, I said I'm going to address why I left XYZ, and also I'm going to address the truth about the Kaangu song. But before I do that, the first thing that I want to do is I saw certain comments where people were saying the producer, my producer, DJ Plush and Raymond should be answerable. They have something to do with this. I just want to clear that these guys have nothing to do with it. They are very innocent. Those are my brothers. Those are people that are very close to me. These are the people that every day. They understand my pain. I understand their pain. We've been pushing together. We are brothers. Keeper Raymond has never betrayed me. Plush has never betrayed me. So maybe let me take you back to how this whole thing started. So, you know, like I've told you, my dream has always been to work with Slap, or maybe just join XYZ. Anyone who knows me from way back, Kumazaboka, knows that I've always been XYZ, and I've always loved the big man Slap. So, pushing 2023, somewhere February, God answered my prayer. XYZ called me. They called me and they told me that they were interested to work with me. So they sent me a contract. They asked me to take time and read it and understand it. And I did that for a month. After I was okay with all the clauses in the contract, then I decided to sign. Nina signed up at 12 March 2023. 12 March 2023 was when I signed a contract with XYZ. So after that, I started going to Lusaka kuja to work. Even penenzo enda ku savings, like to sign a contract. There was nothing like mama record labels much that they take care of your transportation, they take care maybe of your accommodation and stuff like that. There was nothing like that. I had to take care of my transportation from Mazabuka to Lusaka and back. Kogona, I was lucky enough that my manager from XYZ would provide me to where to sleep. I'm very grateful to that man. I can't speak bad about everyone, but I'm so grateful to Ryan, who was managing me with XYZ. He would always give me a place to sleep when I go to Lusaka. So the other things I would take care on my own. Nenzoenda kulusaka naenda, I went there 3 times. I've always taken care of every logistic. XYZ has never taken care of anything for me, not even 1 kwacha, not even 15 way. They told me, Mizi, you need to push. Veuchita ni vanze, you need to push before we come in. Uoneka ati vintu veuchita ni vanze, ni kufaka mo effort. Sometimes the label mankalati ndalama, you know, the label is not making money. So kumankalati, niyo vute sometimes tina kutumine ndalama. If you can help out, please, ngina mpocket mwako utandize. And I was okay with that. I mean, I want to see my dream come true. So I would always get in my pocket and make things work. So nibambili veni na chita ine for free on my own, and I've never complained. I was told I need to change my image as an artist. Nifuniko chita photo shoot. I paid for a very expensive photo shoot. Anyone who knows mukoko na ma prices yake kulusaka, I'm sure ashita understand veni kambapo. So, ninalipira photoshoot yanga, ninalipira photoshoot mundalama zanga. Away from that, me and Drifter Trek worked on a song that actually went viral. Like, I felt like that was going to be a better introduction for XYZ to expose me to the world, because it's Vananishitepo announced that I'm affiliated to XYZ. So whatever push has been there, once venens of pushing a pakati, ni mumpamvu mwanga, all the numbers I was getting in the chair through me, because no one knew that I was affiliated to XYZ except the people that are close to me. So, ninachosa nyimbo na Drifter Trek here na bwaenda viral. Ta shooting a video ndalama zinza pocket mwanga. Ninachosa pocket ndalama, ta pushinga. You know how Lusaka is, ma moves, you need to booking a chani, whatever. I'm very grateful to Drifter Trek. Drifter Trek sana niweze what Mizi nipase ko zingati. Nyimbo anai mixing a Dre. And I'm mixing a Dre. I just had to give him something for a drink. Now I didn't even pay him well. So they suggested that nyimbo futi tipeleke kwa XYZ, so that Mouse came along, should touch it as well. Tinaipeleka kujana kwe vaigwira gwira. Drifter Trek sana ni lipili second drama. That guy anamutima Drifter Trek. Anabwera with everything. Anabwana banzake. They came to support me. Purely just support me. It was just like that. Tinasiri za video ta pereka ku company. Oh, this is what we've done, and we're thinking we should do nyimbo ichoke. The big man allowed that nyimbo ichoke, because you know, if you're under a contract kulimala molo sunga chose che music. Banachita allow, okay, nyimbo ingachoke. Nyimbo inachoka tachita release. The big man Slap couldn't even share my song. And you know the biggest share mama nyimbo that you can ever get ku XYZ is that from Slap or maybe from Bobby. That's the biggest share you can get. But I never got any share from Slap. Elisha Long shared my song. Example yapa Z. Banan sharing ila nyimbo yanga. And a few people mo industry, my musicians venangu wakulu, they shared my song. Vinapita hivyo. Ninafira mkati na no, I need to keep working, because I want to see my dream come true. So we started working. You know, I started seeing all the red flags, my near miss, ninabwa nambo waona. You know, even when I was joining, people were telling me, kwa wenda uko ni mugodi, osa endako. But me, you know, like, ninazuza ati whatever happened kuli bantu wenango can't happen to me, because we are different. Tipusana bantu mwai. So me, I told myself to say, I'll join XYZ and I'll make things work. I'll change the narrative. But with time, I started seeing my red flags. But I still held on, because I wanted to see my dream come true. Ninankala ku XYZ from when I was signed in 2023 March up to today. I don't have any single song produced by XYZ inachoka hapo kuja. I recorded one song kwa XYZ na Zayn. Na rekoda nyimbo na Zayn kwa XYZ Imozi. I'm sure by this time inasoba na ma computer kwa XYZ. Up to now, there was nothing like that. Then let me get to the Kaangu song. So Kaangu song, I made it March 2023 pa 22. Date yenze pa 22, time yenze 1739. That's when we made the Kaangu song. I had an idea of the song, ninamuita na Raymond mu studio. Kuli Plush, kumaza boka, not kulusaka. We started working on that song. Ninafaka verse mozi, time nafaka another one. There were 2 verses in that song. Then, you know, because with time, XYZ, because when Zonchala produce music, ili onsa, nikaenda kuja nenzwendo nkala che. So, they suggested that, kai kwe unkala nekutali, then ndalama zivu, simavuta ma transportation ya vuta. So, kwe ulili uko, ukasicha music. Any music that has a potential, what to mila, we listen to it, maybe, tingaishite bwanji, tingaichose from here. So, I was even asked to send all my old songs nina chayapo, release and unreleased songs. So, I sent all my songs nina chosa, studio. I have a lot of songs in this studio. So, nina studio nenzo tuma, so that panvele nyimbo ina potential, then we work on it. So, Kaangu is one of the songs that I sent to XYZ. I sent it. Then when I went there another time, the producer asked me, "Ninyimbo bwanje ufuna tiambile kugwira zakachoka mu EP yako." My EP was supposed to come out this year under XYZ. So ninyimbo bwanje ufuna tikachose tiambile kugwira zachoka. So I said, I want the Kaangu song and the I'm Coming freestyle. Those are 2 songs nampasa kuti a mix, a stay remix. But they were produced in Mazabuka by DJ Plush. So he started mixing the I'm Coming song. Like, no, this song is dope and stuff like that. Then, after some time, he started mixing the Kaangu song now. So when he mixed the Kaangu song, he told me, "Mizi, this song is big. This song is big. Nikulu nyimbo." So, you know what we should do? That was Mouse came along. You know what we should do? Album yako since ichoka next year. Album, sorry, EP. In EP yanga ichoka manje. So I'm thinking I should add your song to the EP so that you can get a bit of some relevance, since your album is coming. It's gonna take time for your album to come, because kulebo like there's always a calendar like that. So I said, no, I think that's a very good idea. The condition should be I'm the featured artist, because this is my song. I can't just give out a song then in Nkarishati Kulibe, because if you give out a song for free, you need to get paid. But if somebody is not asking if I'm not asking for money from you, obviously there should be a 50-50 gain. So I said the condition is that I'm the featured artist in the album. So he said, no, okay. Actually, the first plan was to feature Mark 2 in that song. Nzaka mana Mark 2. Nzaka kuitana tika shooting a video. Oh, okay. Vinapita hivyo. Album ya Mouse came along ya choka. My song didn't make it in the album. Then, the next time I went there, I told him, Big Mouse nyimbo yanga simnaifake mu album. So, Nite nga is gonna be in my EP. That issue was closed. Again, without a single song from XYZ. Then, when the album Ya Slap was nearing Kuchoka, I think it was 2 weeks before, Mouse came along, called me, and told me to say, Mizi, you know what I'm thinking? Ija nyimbo, I think timpase mkamba ifake album. Then I said, that's a very good idea, because it's going to give me a bit of some shine. You see, especially that XYZ didn't even mention my affiliation to anyone. Like, they didn't even announce that I'm with XYZ. Kuli benzo ziva. Vivonse benenzo's pushing ina neka. That's why you've been seeing me jump a lot on my challenges and stuff like that. I didn't want to be a frustrated artist where when usevenza, you're producing music in the studio, your music is not out. You're making a lot of music, your music, si choka music. So, to avoid frustrations, what I did, I was jumping on challenges. Kukankala ka challenge ni artist mkulu achosa ka challenge na jumpirapo. Challenge ya ndani ya challenge ya Dismoni na jumpirapo endi ninawina. Nyimbo tinamba no chaya even tinacha na Dismo kuna sala che shooting a video. Challenge ya Biflo ninachaya ninawina 4,000. You see, XYZ didn't invest in me, but yet when kukankalaka opportunity kotika ndalama, they wanted to eat from me. One expert gave me a deal. You're posting a vindu, they paid calling. Sorry about the interruption. So one expert gave me a deal. Banani pila 2,000 kwacha. Sorry, network yambo tripping akona. I don't know why. So mundalama yeni now ina ya 1xbet. I want to tell you guys that ndalama ya 1xbet that was paid because of 1xbet wanted to advertise with my page. Mundalama ija I only got a 50 kwacha. Muntu inangu wanamu haki. Yes, so the story I got was ndalama zinasova. Muntu inangu wanamu hakingina account na ndalama bazishita bwanji bazitenga. Ndalama 50 kwacha ija pewa nanitumila. Wananitumila I should buy talk time. Talk time ni posting pa page ni pasema fans. So initially ndalama sinaidi ija ninapasa ma fans pa Facebook. So one expert paid me deal you're posting a vinto 2,000 kwacha. From that 2,000 kwacha tinachosa 50 kwacha tapasa ma fans pa Facebook beba matitandiza kupushinga. The whole 1,950 kwacha up to today sinizi ba inasova. Even ndalama za Biflo 4,000 yen ninawina. Benzo namba kuipangira ma programs. You've seen. People want to eat from me, yet they haven't invested in me. Because the way it is, a label, when a label approaches you, it puts money in you. When they put money in you, now, ndiye pali moja ma contract at label izambo tenga percentage, then you also utenga percentage, because they are putting in work. But they never put anything in me, not even one kwacha, not even a 15 way. You've seen. So anyway, let me not dwell much on that. So on the Kaangu song, after album Nishafendera Tichoki, that's when Maozanantumila phone, no, inyimbo tipase kuli slap to give you a bit of some shine. And I said, please, kamba na mkamba, ifake mwabam, kai ku XYZ mavuta kukambi sana na maboss. Timakamba che once in a while. Anyone who's been under XYZ, I'm sure you know the story. You can't just talk to Slap at any time. It's a very difficult thing. You can only talk to him when he wants to talk to you. That's the way it goes. So I said, please, Mouse, kamba na bakamba baifake zona maubam, then provided I'm the featured artist, the song should be in the album. So I allowed the song to be in the album, with the condition that my verses should be kept, or my verse should be kept, because that's actually verse more, since Slap is gonna take a verse as well. Then album, before album ya choka, a few days later, I saw Tiger Tonga post something on Facebook like XYZ has given him a plaque and whatever. I was very excited. Like, you know, I'm one of the people who gets excited for everyone in Southern Province I see pushing, because at the end of the day, I want to see Southern Province make it more industry. If I won't make it, that's okay, but I want a situation where Southern Province has equal representation monganama provinces yenangu Zambia. I was very excited when I saw Tiger Tonga post that he's been featured mu XYZ. Sorry, mu BW3. So, ninalangana bueno nalangana. Naona title ya nyimbo isi Kaangu. Nalanga featured artist ni Raymond. Natikapena maybe banati sharing my verses. Maybe Tiger is given one verse, I'm given another verse. Then the big man gets one verse, like nyimbo nkana ma verses ya tatu. Na checking apa chiplak chija, na mboesa kuzoominga, you know, in video si zooming no zooming. I didn't find my name. So I was very disappointed, like, especially that no one talked to me about the development. Because kulimwa chiri ngati muntu akukambisa, Mizi, you know, I'm thinking inyimbo ni yako, yes, but I'm thinking nikafaka artist waso, I think is that pasako numbers yambiri, because this artist is trending at the moment. You, I can't forget you, ndiwe mwana wa munyumba. I'm going to give you another song that I feel is ashtabwanji, is agwira, and it will get you numbers. There's always communication, but it was never communicated to me. So what I did, I didn't want to rush to Facebook, niambopanga drama. Me, I'm a very patient guy. I think anyone close to me should understand that. What I did, the first thing I called, Mouse came along. I called him a number of times. He didn't pick up. Sinafune kujudging at Safnonianga cause I felt like, anyway, he's a producer, maybe he's busy. After a few hours, he called me back. And Diga Pongo, napeza missed call, nichani, at Bwanji. So, namuza, Big Mouse, nanga, vili Bwanji, nyimbo yanga. Mwafaka, artist winangu, then you're not even talking to me. I don't have anything about the artist. My problem is removing my vocals. You put another artist without my consent or without talking to me. So Mouse and Anu that, no, Mizi, I told the Slap to say nyimbo ni ya Mizi. So I don't know why Vashitika so bad. Slap is gonna call you. I said, okay, cool. At that moment, I called my manager under XYZ. Namtumira, big man, any issue with so. Ndimo viridi, nanga Vashitika bwanji so. Slap is nanga manyimbo as I think but I didn't know that arrangement is ankara. So nada bananga wakamba na eve. Then I said, no, I haven't talked to Slap. I cannot call Slap. Slap is the last person. He's the biggest figure in company. I can't just call him na mopanga ma confrontations ya so. You know, there are channels of communication. I called you first so that maybe you have something to say, or maybe munaiva la kushita communicate kuline. So that's why I called you. Then he said, okay, Mizi, I'm going to call Slap, then I'll tell you. I waited for hours. You know, I was so... I'm not going to lie, that day I cried. I even told my wife about it. She cried. We cried together, we cried. I got so emotional, but I kept it all cool. My friends at the studio, nema peseka ku studio kono. Almost all the times, especially pakat that I haven't even been working like for months, nezonkala che, nema peseka ku studio. My friends back studio, bed 7 za pamoja. They asked, what's the problem? I told them. Then, what happened is, after sinapezeko, like, there was no feedback that was coming my way, so I decided to call Slap. My calls went unanswered. The first call was cut. There was a message that came, I'm in a meeting and stuff like that. Then I waited again. I gave him about 10 missed calls. He didn't answer me. Then what I did, the next thing that I did, I called somebody who I knew. They are very close, and I can't disclose the name. They are very close, and Azamu was Abazamu Yankaeve phone. I called that guy, Munzaki, who is also part of, like, more of, he's involved with my brand. So that's how I called him and explained that, big man, okay, I think I'm not happy. So I'm thinking maybe I should just leave XYZ and go my way. So he asked me, what's the problem? I explained to him. Then at that moment, he said, no, I'm going to call him. I'm going to call Slap so that mukambisane. So anamutumira Slap phone pa meni, but anamutumira pa. It's gonna play na minutes anu zataza kutumira back Slap. Slap called me back. Mizi, nichani, what's the problem na mbela olila? You know, I kept it cool. I was very hurt. But I didn't want him to notice that I was hurt. So I said, big man, nanga, nyimbo yanga vili bwanja, how do you put another artist in my song mwachosa verse yanga without my like without even notifying me. Simnaniuze na vili vonse nida bwashati vindu vili. So because you know, when somebody is signed to a record label, you need to make points for the record label. You need to make distinction, merits for the record label. Ufunika walitako something record label. So I told him, big man, how do I win an award? How do I win an award when you look like you are endorsing another artist who's outside the label? I don't have a problem with his involvement with my brother from here. But the problem is using my brother from Southern Province on my own song and remove me completely. Maybe sembe manati siya once babiri munyimbo, that was okay. But ine kunichosa na ufaka mundu winangu. And who didn't even own the project at all but first. So I felt so disrespected. I felt very injured. Then he explained and say, no, Mizi, don't worry. Don't worry. I think kwenye miscommunication. Maos pia nanitumila nyimbo ija. And I yenzelipe ma verses yako. Then at some point, anazishita contradict mkamba noboka, but no, maoza nanuza te nyimbo hii actually enzofana nikufakile kwa verse. So now there's another song you and me 857 na Exile. So I felt like nimpasa manyimbo avili. Let me do this song with guys here trending guys. Then iwe Mizi nzakachana ebe nyimbo na Exile. So, Mizi, don't worry. We have plans for you. Stinga kule teche kuno for nothing. Ndise tina kutumila phone. Ndise tina kusai. Ndise tina kusai na so we can't just call you here for nothing. I have a plan. On the Kaangu song, I want to do a remix where Uzanka Alamwe na another Tonga rapper from Southern Province. Noel was the one who was mentioned. Then remix ndiye tiza shooting lapo. This is where I want you guys to concentrate on. Remix ya Kaangu tiza shooting ndiye tiza shooting lapo, not original. Then time tiza chana nyimbo na Exile. Away from that, we need to work on your EP. We need to push you this year. Osa waringa na vama award. Mizi wenu zaka win award na nyimbo yako without using my name. So, imwendi mwa baby wa mnyumba, not kuwari. Those are the words I was told. Sina tukanepo, sina raising voice. I said, no, big man, it was just a concern. Vinapita hivyo. Vipita hivyo, I sat down. I was not satisfied. I felt like, but what's the guarantee that nankala ku XYZ for a year? I don't have a single song. They haven't even announced my affiliation. What's the guarantee that if everyone knows a visachitik up? So I told my administrator wanga pa contract namuzata. I think mkamba at this point ningankale nasoba mao yo kamba, or maybe siningazibe muvikambira, I'm just going to injure him. So umuze that okay, since bintu vinachitika, let me get the composing rights to the song. Since I've vinachitika kudala, you know, family can have challenges, can fight here and there, but you need to find a solution. So let me just have my composing rights to the song. Because but I'm seeing the song progressing, it's generating money, or maybe royalties, and I don't have access. Nizaka fabana banga wazasala, mkazi wanga wazasala, they won't benefit. My wife knows the story. Ine nikapanga nyimbo nikaenda kunyumba, timankala taimba first munyumba with my wife. She knows the whole story. Bazankala bamverera, bazachizambo baba bache nyimbo yenze wa munawanga. Nyimbo yenze wa tate wako. Azankala chema stories. I'm not getting any money, but somebody's getting money. So I said, ask him to give me the composing rights so that I can have access to the royalties. So banakambisana pa phone. Bakambisana, I was there that day with bakambisana. Not that feedback ni nauzi. I was there bakambisana pa phone. The words yana choka. Nanga Mizi adanda wala bwanje. Bantu wana nilembela manyimbo ene album ni mambili, and they didn't make it in the album, but they're not complaining. Me, I'm very disappointed with Mizi. I regret. At that point, I felt so insecure, like, you know, a situation where the boss back one week among about fakiri, then your environment at work is, you know, that it's not safe. There's no way you can continue working per company, the boss back was one week among at fakiri. It's going to be difficult. The environment is going to be difficult. So I kept it cool still. Anyway, first niembekeze. I even shared the album. So pabantu wenzo funsati why nina sharing, why was I happy about the shout out here and pasa mnyimbo. So I posted the album to show that I don't have anything, or I'm not holding any grudge to the big man. Nina sharing album. Na sharing, I even said, no, thank you for the shout out, big man. I'm happy for Tiger Tonka. I'm happy for Raymond. It was very difficult for me to congratulate Tonka and Raymond. Not that I'm jealous, but because I was congratulating them on something that I created. Something that I created back at home. But I swallowed my pride in never to congratulate Bantu. I even shared the post. Na album yonsi na sharing on my WhatsApp na Facebook. You can go on my page. Then I'm going to shoot over my sharing. So I shared to show that there's peace. Because I believe in my relationships, when you have a problem with your partner or maybe your wife, mukapezeka mulipa bantu pa public, are you going to embarrass your partner or your wife because yesterday night you fought? Definitely not. I'm a very matured guy. I knew there was a problem, but while we are solving the problem, I don't need to show the world that we are fighting. So that's the reason why I shared that song and I shared the entire album. So I kept it cool na mbekeza. I could feel the gap. The relationship was no longer working. There was no communication between me and those people. Like, you could just stay talk even. So after that, I said, no, anyway, let me wait. The next thing that happened now, that made me to finally terminate my contract and leave XYZ, is, you remember where I told you he said he's going to do a remix on the Kaangu song that is going to have me. Then India is shooting a video, then in the Exile song that I was going to be given more like, it sounded more like a conversation. So, a few days ago, my brother Raymond told me to say, no, I haven't finished the contact. We need to shoot a video tomorrow. So, I'm feeling insecure, I'm feeling guilty. What's the plan? I said, Raymond, you're my brother. Let me not doubt your shine. Go and do what you can do. Raymond, Raymond talked to me. I allowed Raymond. Raymond, go and do your thing. And then I'm shooting a video. But this came back to me. The promise was that we're going to do a remix of the song that is going to feature me. But again, they're shooting the original song that doesn't have me. So the first promise has been broken. And now I'm thinking like, okay, so what's the guarantee that these other promises that have been made are not going to be broken? First of all, they've taken so long to announce me. They've not produced any music for me. There's nothing progressive about my career. If I'm not jumping on these my challenges here, my musicians, then sembe kulibena veni posting up a page. Sembe page yanga ikalikumbuyo sikula na numbers. But my page was growing because I was keeping myself busy, kushta avoid my frustrations. So I told Raymond, and then shooting, mkasiza kushooting, you tell me. When they were done shooting, Raymond told me, tasiza kushooting a video. I said, okay, my guy, all the best. At that moment, that's the moment I even terminated my contract. In fact, but first I had requested my manager to request management to terminate the contract for me. But manager wanga knows that, no, Mizi, let's work. Let's put in work. So, yeah, last year, let me just terminate my contract. There's nothing for me with XYZ. So, ndiye vinashitika. Hii video inapanga hii. I'm not trying to chase clout. I'm not trying to get numbers. I'm saying the truth. I'm saying what happened. I'm addressing the injustice that I faced with XYZ. You know, where somebody wrongs you and they start making you feel lesser of a person. More like you're the one on the wrong side now. You see? So I've seen these things happen in music, and people are afraid to address these things because ukakamba pa big artist, you lose connections. Ma artist wenangu bazasi ya kushita collaborate na imwe, you won't collaborate with artists bazaona munga nimwe wao yo munga nimwe ma fake. But seriously guys, for how long will these big established artists take advantage of the weak, take advantage of the poor, take advantage of the young artists? Then we are taught to be strong, all in the name that mazina yatu yazao nongeka. People won't believe us. People will keep insulting us because the artist they idolize is being talked about in a very negative way. So I thought like, no, inengatindine nizankala sacrifice. Nizankala sacrifice is if people are going to hate me by doing this thing, vizankala socha benga. Ma artist wenang wazambo kushita collaborate, bazayo pa kushita collaborate na ine. That's okay, but let me talk on behalf of the upcoming young artists that are going through what I've gone through. Nibambili, even my artists bali mulevo mwanga venangu, they are going through. I know a number of artists. I know a number of artists that have come to me complaining over similar situations, but they are afraid. They are very afraid to speak out because they are afraid to lose connections. They are afraid that the industry is gonna hate them. They are afraid of everything. So ngati muzanzonda nga muzasi ya kunikonka, it's fine for me, but so long I've done the right thing, I've spoken my mind. I respect Slab D. Since anama no anama, Slab D is a very talented big man, and muntu wakutingati akufakira nzelu, he can turn your image into something. He can turn you into a star. But I don't like the way those guys are working with XYZ. Maybe if video in a panga, it will make them pull up their tokens, and the next artist from Southern Province, the next artist from Western Province, the next artist from any circle of life as Uncle assigned to XYZ, maybe bazam fakila ponzero eve. Maybe bazam fakila ponzero. Things need to change. That's the reason why I had to address this issue. Otherwise, I don't have anything much to say. I just want to say, I need my... I need what... I don't really care about the song, but I just need my composing rights, and I'm willing to take this issue very far until I get what belongs to me. Because I felt like this problem was supposed to be addressed. Buino chabe. If I was approached buino Mizi, teona mungati maybe nyimbo tishite so. Siningakane. I would have accepted. So, otherwise, that's what I wanted to share with you. If there'll be anything, because there are nivambili venga sharing up, nivambili. Some of the things I've just kept it to myself. But ngati kulivina nguve vizafu niko sharing, I'll share it. Otherwise, thank you so much for following. This is what I wanted to say.